The Tour de France is coming to an end. We got two big stages coming up, stages 17 and 18, both summit finish stages in the Pyrenees, the Col du Portet and Les Ardennes. We need to find out from the riders how those stages are going to shape the overall before the time trial and before we reach Paris.
One of the hardest climbs, one of the longest climbs also.
There's so many races within the race, so I think it's going to be quite tactical as well. Definitely going to have to keep my eyes open for the right moments.
I'm in the hunt, Wout Poels in the hunt, Wout van Aert's in the hunt. With the double points on offer, Pogacar is still in the hunt. There's a good chance that the guy that wins on Wednesday is the guy that wears the polka dot jersey.
Just stopped at this French bakery here for some French pizza, and it's probably my worst mistake of this 2021 Tour de France, but forget about that. Let's get into the summit finishes coming up. Stages 17 and stages 18. The stage to Col du Portet, and that's right here. And this is a tough one. You'll remember it back from the last Tour de France 2018 when they had that F1 style grid start. Nairo Quintana won the shortened stage and Geraint Thomas retained the overall lead. And the riders are saying this is the hardest climb of the 2021 Tour de France.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be brutal.
200 kilometers, three big climbs, and the last one I would say is the hardest climb of this tour.
And this is the highest point in the French Pyrenees. There you see it there. It goes up to 2,215 meters. Now, unlike 2018, we got a lot of flat before we get to these closing climbs. And up there on the top, the magnificent view, you should have it, but bad weather's predicted, and that means a lot can change. And going on to the next day, Les Ardennes. And it's not been since 2011, the last time we've been up to this ski resort in the French Pyrenees. And you think back to 2003, everybody remembers when Lance Armstrong had his handlebars caught on a spectator strap and he came falling down. But this year we're back to Les Ardennes, and it's going to be the final of all the climbs in the Tour de France. This is the final big climb, the final summit finish, and everything's going to happen in this stage right here. Well, that's it. It was a cold and wet one out there for the finish of that stage. Stage 16. I think all the weather that we've had in this Tour de France is going to take the toll on these riders as we get into these big summit finishes in the Pyrenees. And when you look at the weather and the faces of the riders coming in today, I spoke with them out there at the finish line, it's going to be a tough one. I think these two Pyrenean stages are going to be the final explanation point on the Tour de France.